My name is William Stewart Vreeland, and I'm a history and secondary education major. I thought it was powerful because you don't really see a bunch of kids come together like that. Usually you gotta get a bunch of adults and lobby and get something done. And I think that's gonna be a historical day just because of that, that alone. It'll definitely help change. It's not gonna come immediately, but I think it'll definitely come. Obviously, and especially if some of the people there join politics, towards when they get older, things will definitely change.
Yeah.
To me, I'm not sure why anyone needs any more than a pistol to protect themselves, hunting rifles to hunt for sport. Other than that, maybe a knife. But if you're in a situation where you need any more than a pistol, an Uzi or an AK, that's when you call the police. They're the people I trust with weapons like that.
David Salima, and I just changed my major to business management. No, definitely not. Just because when you hear student speeches, it's definitely more personal. You hear children talking and giving those gruesome stories. It definitely hits to your heart a lot harder than it would with an adult giving a story.
There's more emotion.
When you got the teacher who was talking, and she was giving her story about how she saw all of her kids kind of die in front of her, and she had blood on her, and then she threw up on stage. That was really powerful, just because she was right there. So you know what she was talking about. But when you heard, let's just say in general, but it's not as powerful as the personal stories that were being given by the children. My stance is mainly just I don't think we should have assault rifles. I think it's okay to have a pistol just to protect yourself. Just because I personally will have one when I'm 21, or when I have a family. I'll have it locked up. I think it should have it in a safe, away from children's reach or anything like that. But that's probably the only thing you should have. Maybe a shotgun. That's about it.
I am Jordan, and my major is broadcast journalism.
All right.
I really believe that it is very strong for the students to be speaking instead of the adults. And I definitely disagree with them not being educated, because if they're willing to speak out, they must have done the research.
Yeah.
So I think that we should still be able to hold certain guns, definitely not automatic assault rifles and these bump stocks and all that. I also believe that there should definitely be more background checks and a lot stricter ways to gain a gun in general. And other than that, I think it's okay to have a gun on you, or at home at least.
My name is Meg Zudemeister, and I'm majoring in early childhood education and psychology. I think it's amazing. I mean, I think it's really, really amazing. I think we're capable a lot, and I find it rather offensive that adults, certain adults out there are saying oh, adults are really doing this behind the scenes, all this stuff. I would argue that they are young adults, and just the fact that they've maybe had less experience almost makes them, their opinions. It makes their opinions fresher, right? They're not as jaded by their experiences, and I think they're incredibly capable, and I think they're very inspiring, and yeah, I think it's really amazing.
All right.
I mean, honestly, I think the bigger issue, the cultural issue, and this will take years and years to fix, but I think as a nation we're lacking compassion for one another, and we are lacking in our education and family values. And I think that it sounds cheesy, but we really need to focus a little bit more on love. And I think if we cared a little bit more about one another and less about our own, maybe personal morals, and more about what's best for the nation as a whole, there'd be a lot less issues. So that's sort of my focus right now is how to teach compassion and empathy to those.
All right. My name is Gabriel Vasquez-Billen. I'm currently a film production major. I think it's just extremely impressive to gather that many students and have them have the gall and the motivation to make such a statement all by themselves with little to no help from basically adults.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we should ban all guns, replace them with rubber band guns.
Okay, just get rid of guns in general.
No, for real, I think it's, considering how the House and the Senate and the entire government is right now, it'd be pretty hard to pass any sort of gun legislation considering how many people are against it.
Yeah.
I think we can work on enforcing the rules we have now and working to provide more care for those with mental illnesses.
My name is Alex Lamoureux. I'm a freshman and I'm an acting major. I think it does have more of an impact because it shows that the students have their own voice and it empowered them to speak more and outreach more to other students and possibly have other students have their own voices and show that everyone has a voice. So I think it did help.
Right.
I do. I think they need to make it harder to acquire a gun if you want one and limit what kinds of firearms or guns you want or can get.